A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, strive eagerly for the greatest spiritual gifts, but I shall show you a still more excellent way. If I speak in human and angelic tongues, but do not have love, I am a resounding gong or a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and comprehend all mysteries and knowledge, if I have all faith so as to move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away everything I own, and if I hand my body over so that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it is not jealous, love is not pompous, it is not inflated, it is not rude, it does not seek its own interest, it is not quick-tempered, it does not brood over injury, it does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. If there are prophecies, they will be brought to nothing. If tongues, they will cease. If knowledge, it will be brought to nothing. For we know partially and we prophesy partially, but when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I used to talk as a child, think as a child, reason as a child. When I became a man, I put aside childish things. At present, we see indistinctly, as in a mirror, but then face to face. At present, I know partially, then I shall know fully as I am fully known. So faith, hope, love remain, these three, but the greatest of these is love. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own.
Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own.
Give thanks to the Lord on the harp. With the 10-string lyre, chant his praises. Sing to him a new song. Pluck the strings skillfully with shouts of gladness. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. For upright is the word of the Lord, and all his works are trustworthy. He loves justice and right. Of the kindness of the Lord, the earth is full. Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. Blessed the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen for his own inheritance. May your kindness, O Lord, be upon us who have put our hope in you.
Blessed the people the Lord has chosen to be his own. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Jesus said to the crowds, "To what shall I compare the people of this generation? What are they like? They're like children who sit in the marketplace and call to one another. We played the flute for you, but you did not dance. We sang a dirge, but you did not weep. For John the Baptist came, neither eating food nor drinking wine, and you said, 'He's possessed by a demon.' The Son of Man came, eating and drinking, and you said, 'Look, he's a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners.' but wisdom is vindicated by all her children. The Gospel of the Lord. Some months ago, actually quite a number of months ago, in the course of trying to find some clips on YouTube that I could use for my blog that would be visual descriptions of some music that I wanted to place on there, I ran across a series of, I can't remember even what the hymn was. It was probably something like A Mighty Fortress Is Our God, but it had clips that were done very, very, very naturalistically, acted out, Jesus calling the fishermen off the lake and things like that. Very, very, extremely well done visually. There was no sound to it except the soundtrack of the music that was being played. In the course of that, this might have been Faith of Our Fathers for all I know, but they had scenes in an amphitheater, and there are the martyrs, the Christians there. They're getting ready to be devoured by the wild beasts, particularly by the lions. And again, it was extraordinarily realistically done. Kind of scary. And it makes you think, there's Ignatius of Antioch, okay, in the beginning of the 2nd century, off to the Colosseum in Rome to be thrown to the lions. Then you got Januarius, who, at least according to the legend, was devoured by a wild bear, and various other animals that would be used to attack the Christians who had no defenses whatsoever. Half the time were in fact smeared with blood or animal skins to make them more attractive to the killing beasts. The killing beasts, of course, had been starved for 2 or 3 days so that they were ravenous. Horrible. How do you go through something like that? How can you actually take one look at the emperor and say, I'm going in there? How do you do it? I think there's only one answer, and that answer is love. Some time ago, I think it was Charles Williams in the 20th century, said that the only thing that a person honestly probably can do is choose what it is he or she will believe. We get caught into that choice, but what is the basis of the choice more often than anything else? It's love. You fall in love with a person, and then because of that, you can stand a great deal. And so St. Paul is absolutely right, of course, when he says that love bears all things, it believes all things, it hopes all things, it endures all things. It's for that one principle that somebody like Januarius or Ignatius of Antioch or any of the other martyrs, those names that we don't know, were able to endure what they endured because they were in love with Jesus Christ. And so we can see how important it is not to have book knowledge only, but rather personal relationship. Because without that personal relationship, we really can't have authentic love relationship. And without love relationship, we're not probably going to be able to endure very much. So we can ask the Lord then, give us intimacy in our prayer life with you, Lord. Help us truly to know you so that we can love you, so that in you we can endure all things. Let us stand and pray.